What up, QC crew? King Day is in the mother building.
Run it up, what's up? That bitch gon' not know when what's up. Run that shit, we at all the show. Say that shit for your camera roll.
Warning. Everything said in this video and on this platform is strictly my opinion and all alleged. Here, we speak about hot topics on YouTube and other social media platforms for entertainment and conversational purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised.
What it do? It is your homie King Day here in King's Corner, and I am back with another reaction video for you. All right, so I'm going to make this one really quick. I know y'all probably like, what the hell is that behind you? That is the couch that belongs over here, but I have my backdrop going on over here. If you did not see the last video I just posted a couple of hours ago, go check it out. It's really short. It is me asking my wife to be my Valentine, and so I had to move the couch from over there to over there and all of that. So I know it's looking like, you know, one of them scenes off y'all favorite type of flicks to watch after 11 p.m. But that is not what is going on here, okay? Look, the other day I ran across a video. I was on TikTok and I ran across a video of this woman pastor. I've never heard of her personally myself. Her name is Juanita Bynum. I believe that is her name, Juanita Bynum. She had some interesting things to say, and I said, I wonder if there's anyone out there who feels, you know, the same way she feels or agree with the things that she's saying in this video. And I also wanted to state my opinion about it. All right. So I ain't gonna hold you. I never do. If you with me like I with you, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. We're gonna get straight into this video. Let's get it. Let go.
Them little bitty suits is worrying me. Them ones that's high waters that's cut all up in here till we can count how many you got down there. Something is wrong.
Count how many you
Little
got down?
jackets that's too little, look like you just put on little Ray Ray's clothes or something and came to church. I'm not hearing y'all talk to me. To the point even your little dance scare me. The way you shout scare me. Your knees too close to be a man. Oh, I'm not getting nobody to talk to me right now. Maybe I gotta look down here on the monitor because let me get tipping when you shout. Open up your legs and shout like a man.
Shout like a man, huh?
Y'all better come on here and say something. Y'all up here shout like girls and the women shout like dudes. That's it. Close your legs up. You a woman. Where is our difference? The Bible said put a difference. A difference. Next time y'all gonna see it, y'all gonna say that's them little bitty suits Dr. Bynum was talking about. Brothers, we wearing our pants too tight. Them.
What y'all think about it? How do y'all feel about that message? It was a couple of things that had like bothered me. Okay. First of all, what does what someone has on in church have to do with the message you are supposed to be spreading? At one point, I believe, wasn't it a thing of, you know, come as you are? You know, come get the word, come get closer to God through the word. Isn't that kind of how it go? Correct me if I'm wrong. I may be a little off. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it come as you are? Here's my thing. She's talking about a guy's pants, or the men at the church. Their pants is so tight you can count what they have down there. Why are you looking down there, ma'am? Then all of those guys that like to dress with their suits fitted and not loose or baggy, right? All the fitted tight wearing guys that come to the church, now they leave, and then what? Then you don't have any men in the church, and then what? What are we going to say then? It just feels very judgy. It does not matter if the guy's pants is tight, loose, fitted. Why is it being mentioned when you're supposed to be preaching a sermon? Come on, man, make it make sense. What do you have on? What does she have on?
Little bitty suits is worrying me. Them ones that's high waters that's cut all up in here till we can count how many you got down there. Something is wrong. Little jackets that's too little.
Is that a sweater? Since when they start wearing sweaters? I know I ain't been in church in a minute, but since when they start wearing sweaters to preach the word? Then you said when they shout, their knees are too close to. Why are you sitting up there paying so much close attention to the way a man is shouting in your audience to where you can go back the next Sunday or a couple Sundays later and demonstrate exactly how they were shouting in your audience? Is it really that big of an issue what someone has on at church, how they choose to wear their clothes at church? I feel like as long as it's not revealing anything, it shouldn't be a problem. Would she prefer them to be in there sagging? Would she prefer them just to have on a big old suit and everything just drooping down, falling off their behind? Why can't the man wear what he wants to wear? She's up there in a whole sweater wearing what she wants to wear, but it's a problem for a man to wear a fitted freaking suit. Can somebody make that make sense to me? Anybody that understands what she's saying and where she's coming from, please, let's talk about it in the comments, because I'm not understanding what her point was. What was the message? I know sometimes while preaching, you go back and give a backstory about something or give a real life example about something so that people can understand if they're not understanding, everything in biblical terms. But what's the moral of the story? Why are we talking about what men have on in church? And then she's talking about women in this way. Why?
Like you just put on little Ray Ray's clothes or something and came to church. I'm not hearing y'all talk to me. To the point even your little dance scare me. The way you shout scare me. Your knees too close to be a man.
I'm
not getting nobody to talk to me right. Maybe I gotta look down here on the monitor because let me just tipping when you shout. Open up your legs and shout like a man.
So, is there a specific how to shout 101 booklet somewhere? Because what in the heck is shouting like a man? Because if she says that the men, their knees are too close together to be men, to be shouting. Shout, open up your legs, open up your knees, and shout like a man, right? So what about the women that's in there shouting, giving all the praise and glory to God, right? What about those that are shouting and they fall out and everything and they're stumping and they're running and their knees are far apart? Are they doing it wrong? Should they do it titsy and pritsy? I'm just not understanding what is shouting like a man and shouting like a woman. I feel like you shout the way you shout. If a spirit hits you, if the Holy Ghost hits you and you going harder than you did last week, then you going harder this week. And if you just got a little bit of spirit and you just feel it just a little bit to do a little teep, 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 tap, 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 then why is that an issue? I don't understand. And these are the same people that come up here and preach the word that goes back and say, oh, we don't have enough men in the church, or we don't have enough youth in the church. But no one can even come as they are. They have to shout a certain way. Men and women, they have to shout a certain way. That is wild. That is wild, y'all. This is a very short one. I don't know much about what she called herself, Dr. Bynum. If y'all know more about her, I'm gonna have to see what she about. If y'all know more about her, please let me know in the comments and let me know how y'all feel about this specific topic. I just wanted to show the quick video because I'm just like, what? But then these same people turn around and complain that ain't nobody in church. Don't nobody come to church anymore. But you come as you are, you get judged based off what you wearing, judged based off how you shouting. It ain't no telling what else she said. This is just a little snippet. That's crazy. I'm gonna let y'all hear it one more time. One more time before we go.
Brothers, we wearing our pants too tight. Them little bitty suits is worrying me.
Worrying you? What are you worried about?
Them ones that's high waters that's cut all up in here till we can count how many you got down there.
That's wild.
Something is wrong. Little jackets that's too little, look like you just put on little Ray Ray's clothes or something and came to church. I'm not hearing y'all talk to me. To the point, even your little dance scare me. The way you shout scare me. Your knees too close to be a man.
That's wild.
Oh, I'm not getting nobody to talk to me right now. Maybe I gotta look down here on the monitor because let me get tipping when you shout. Open up your legs and shout like a man.
Yeah, you don't got no engagement or as much as you want because you're talking about somebody's brother. You're talking about somebody's man. You're talking about somebody's son. How much shouting can you do when you're talking about somebody's husband and she's sitting right next to him? And probably picked it out for him. And probably told him to get it a size smaller. And probably prefer her man to have that slim suit on. That's wild.
Y'all better come on here and say something. Y'all up here shouting like girls and the women shouting like dudes. That's it. Close your legs up. You a woman. Where is our difference? The Bible said put a difference. A difference.
It don't look like nobody have a suit on in here. It don't look like nobody dressed for church looking at this crowd. We got beanies, sweaters, tank tops. Like I said, I know I've been missing for a little minute. But what's going on? What's tea? I still feel like come as you are. If all you have is a t-shirt, by all means. If you have to put on a hat or a beanie to make yourself look more presentable, then by all means. I just know it's crazy for her to be talking about men with suits. That's probably why ain't nobody got one on. What y'all know about this lady? How y'all feel about what I said? How y'all feel about what she said? If you have a difference of opinion, I want to hear it. Let's talk about it. Because that's just wild. That's just wild. You will never have a packed sanctuary like this. And I feel like it's very discouraging the way that it's done. Because there's one thing to feel some type of way about something or want to correct something or, because I see in the comments, people were saying like, all she doing is correcting what's wrong. And people don't like to be corrected or da-da-da-da-da-da, hoo-da-hoo-da-hoo. It's all in your delivery. If they had a men's night, all the men come out You know, they pray and they preach and they, you know, talk about whatever they talk about. And maybe her husband or one of her deacons can speak about the topic in a safe space. Not trying to embarrass somebody, not trying to point somebody out, but just kind of figure out if it's really that big of I don't see what the big deal is, but if it's really that big of a deal, you know, kind of see what's up with the fashion. And see where these people come from and why they dress how they dress, or why they shout how they shout, or whatever the issue is, just in a more safe space. That would be one thing, but you sitting in front of everybody. All the women, all the men, all the children, you standing up there in front of everybody. Talking about how tight a man's suit or how tight a man's pants is. Now you putting stuff on somebody's mind that they wasn't even thinking about. It don't even bother them. They wasn't looking down there trying to count nothing. People just don't know how to do stuff anymore. Whether you feel like she had a valid point or she didn't have a valid point about the topic, I feel like the conversation should have been in a more personal setting. And possibly coming from a man. And the same thing with the women. If she feel like she got an issue with the way women shout, they need to have a women's night. And then she need to go up there and say, women, what's going on? But I definitely feel like she was targeting lesbians and targeting gay men. That's what I felt like. Because I've seen plenty, 60-plus-year-old women, heterosexual women, have a husband may or may not have passed away, have children, have plenty of children. Women, 60 years old, 50 years old plus, shouting wide open because that spirit was in them. Falling out all on the floor. Legs wide open, all on the floor. You know what they do? They put the little cover over you so don't nobody see your personal. When you bent over and your legs is up and all that, and you don't got no control over this and no control over that, they cover you up. But here today, it sounds like women need to shout real close cornered. Them knees need to touch just like this. And the men basically need to be doing a walk it out. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong, all right? Let's talk about it in the comments. I ain't gonna say it no more. Look, if you like videos like this and you want to see more is to come. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, because right now, King Day is out. Peace. The motherfucking building.
Run it up, was up. Your bitch gon' not know when was up. Run that shit, we had all the show. Say that shit for your camera.